stay looking at the way you make me feel. It's so 2 a.m. The night still young. You live by the gun.
Welcome back to the Flex Media Podcast. Today I'm here with a couple of buddies. You want to introduce yourselves?
Okay. Hello everyone, I'm Kay. I'm an exchange student from Japan. And
I'm Ken from exchange student from Japan too.
Yeah, so they're from Japan. They are seniors now. So how's it like going to college in the U.S.?
that's actually I was surprised because there are so many different points from Japanese one. Because in American college, almost everyone are living inside the campus, on campus, or like even if off campus, it's pretty close from the campus.
Yeah.
But actually, in Japan, I was living in my house that is like 2 hours from my college. So yeah, when I have a class, I took almost 2 hours to
Well,
go
was
to the
there-
class. Yeah.
You couldn't stay in like dorms, or were there
Actually,
dorms?
there's almost no dorm inside Japanese college.
Just
Really?
like rental
Yeah,
houses or
yeah. Usually they rent the apartment room and share with somebody, and yeah, go there. But actually, I could go to the college without like renting other apartments.
So you just stayed at-
Yeah, I
So
was
you
just
stayed
staying
at-
there.
What college did you guys go to?
Our college is Senshu University in Kanagawa. It's
Okay.
the south side of Tokyo.
Yep.
And you guys went to the same college?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
With
And-
different major and different departments. So
Mhm.
actually, we haven't know each other before
Okay.
we came
So
here.
We met in the program like exchange.
Oh, okay. So you guys weren't like roommates in
Mm-hmm.
your other college?
Yeah, it sounds like that.
Yeah. And how was the first 3 years compared to your senior year then?
Actually, I'm junior, so I spent 2 years in Japan. And actually,
Oh.
when I entered the school, that was in 2020. So the COVID happened,
Oh, yeah.
and most of the class are online. So I couldn't go most of the class in person.
Right.
So actually, my freshman year was pretty boring.
Right.
I had nothing to do and just take a class online on Zoom and did some assignment and submit it. It's done. Everything in my room. So actually, it's pretty boring. How about you?
Now for me, I was supposed to go to Oregon University Oregon like
Oh.
2 years ago,
Mhm.
but
Oregon?
yeah,
Oregon. Yeah.
it got canceled by COVID.
Yeah.
So and now came here.
Mhm.
Like I was super excited about it.
To come here or
to
just
come
just
to-
to leave Japan?
No, to come to US.
Mhm.
Then now I have so much fun and so many friends and buddies.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So what's like the biggest difference then from the U.S. From Japan?
I think food and people.
Yeah, food and people.
Food and people.
That's a huge difference,
Yeah.
because actually, the food is completely different actually, and
Mhm.
I've never seen so many kinds of fast food restaurant.
Yeah, everyone's fat here,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, actually, it's true, and
Like, is that like you came here and everyone was fat? Was that like something you noticed? Like you noticed that like everyone was fat here?
yeah, actually, I knew as a knowledge like
Uh-huh.
lots of fat people in US,
And in
like,
Japan, it's not
and
like there's not as many fat people.
yeah,
or-
not as
Not-
many as
yeah.
because
like by far.
yeah, I think just the differences of culture of food.
Right,
Because-
right.
I think in America, there's so many like meat and fast food like hamburger, pizza,
Mm-hmm.
something like that. So
And in Japan, there's
In
no-
Japan, there are some also McDonald's or Burger
Right.
King
Yeah.
or some kind
but
of.
but they're different in Japan, right?
I think the
Yeah,
Japanese
I-
McDonald's is much smaller, right?
Yep.
Smaller.
Smaller.
What
I-
about pizza?
Pizza, like in Japan,
Uh,
there's some delivery pizza like Domino's or
Okay.
Pizza Hut.
But like Italian style pizza is
Uh-huh.
more popular.
Ah, yeah, I think so.
Here
No,
No,
in Japan?
In Japan.
Yeah.
Oh, like
You know, the American pizza is that thick,
yeah.
and so many vegetable and meat and
Like pepperoni,
Yeah, like,
cheese,
Hmm.
some kind of sauce. But in Japanese restaurant, especially the pizza restaurant,
yeah,
there's so many pizzas are in
thin and soft.
soft and like a margarita
Yeah.
Yeah.
or something like Italian styles, I think.
And so what would you eat like in Japan, right? Like, because here if you just get fast food every
Mhm.
day, I mean I do that, right? What would you eat in Japan then?
There's so many lunch place. It called teishoku.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you eat there?
It's like that you can choose the like
Main.
main
And
dish.
You will have the rice and miso soup, and
Mm-hmm.
there's some small,
Yeah, veggies or some.
So it's all just like you get
Yeah.
like
all
like
of
plates of
dishes are
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the same plate.
Mhm.
Then
This is called teishoku.
it costs about $4 or $5.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's a lot cheaper
Yeah.
to eat in
Yeah,
Japan.
it's much cheaper and much healthier.
Mhm.
So a lot of people like this, I guess.
Yeah.
But actually, in Japan, I also love to eat some ramen
Mm.
or Japanese curry and rice.
Mm-hmm.
That's also good. Yeah, there's some ramen place in America as well.
Mm.
But yeah, Japanese,
But it's like a American, like
Ah.
Americanized, right?
I think it's kind of Americanized, or they just don't know what the Japanese style is.
Right.
So yeah, I think there's some using like Japanese taste style, like a soy sauce or some kind
Right.
of I don't know how.
But it's
some
not like
fish broth
authentic,
soup,
like-
but
It's not like you.
yeah, it's not like what we want actually.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
So,
some good places.
In Japan, are there like American restaurants, like someone that like just sells like hot dogs and stuff, or nah? Like with like American flavor? Because like I could go to like a like a Chinese restaurant and there'll be all Chinese workers and
Yeah.
Chinese food.
Mm-hmm.
Is there like an American themed restaurants?
I think there's some steakhouse in Japan, but I've never been there. And I think our image of American food is just like a hamburger, hot dog, or something like the fast food. So, but I've never found like Chinese restaurant in America, like working
Right.
Chinese people and.
Are there a lot of? I mean, I bet there's a lot of Americans in Japan, right? But
Yeah.
I know one place,
Uh-huh.
the American style, like it's the street food.
oh yeah,
I often go to the nightclub with my friends,
oh yeah.
and after hanging out there, the outside of the building there is the hot dog and hamburger.
Like a stand.
Yeah, the guy there, he's from America.
Oh.
US.
Oh, that sounds good.
He's making inside of the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
There,
good.
someone's doing that in Japan. I mean, I just saw this guy. He like sits outside in New York, and he's like
Mhm.
the New York
yeah.
hot dog guy.
yeah.
And he makes like $500K a year doing that. He just sits in his little stand and makes hot dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all over in Chicago and New York, and so they have that in Japan.
I've seen it a few times.
Yeah, I think there are so many kinds of like a street food, like a food stand
Yeah.
in the middle of Tokyo, actually around the like a office. So a lot of office workers go there to buy their lunch in the lunchtime for their. But actually, I'm not an office worker in Tokyo, so I've never used. But I think it's kind of popular in Japan.
And like, So, are there a lot of Americans in Japan that like? Do you have any American buddies in Japan?
I have one guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's from Florida.
Okay.
Nice.
Then he came here by his dad job.
Mm-hmm.
His father got the job in Japan,
Mm-hmm.
and now he's living in Tokyo.
Mm-hmm.
And we often hung out.
Wow. And did you meet him in like college or
Ah.
high school?
I met him through the part-time jobs.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Nice.
Could he speak like Japanese?
a little bit.
A little bit, but not really.
Yeah, I was learning the English, so we
Mhm.
talk in English, sometime in Japanese.
Oh, that's
Mhm.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you guys speak like very good English.
Thank
like,
you.
like if I went to Japan,
Mhm.
I mean, I'd just be I couldn't. Did you
But-
guys like learn English
Actually,
in Japan?
we've learned English for
Elementaries.
from elementary
Like,
school.
it's required?
Yeah.
Required is from I think the junior high
Junior
school.
high school.
Yeah,
Okay.
so from when I was 13 or 20 years, 12 years old. But
Mhm.
actually, yeah,
All stuff is only for grammar.
yeah,
Mhm.
So when I came here,
Mhm.
I couldn't speak and
Mhm.
listen.
Is it easier to speak or like read and write?
For me, listening is easiest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you could understand what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
But
yeah. But
But about speaking, it's kind of tough.
what
Yeah.
about reading?
we have to think a little bit more to react or
Mhm.
to
But-
think how tell like how I should tell somebody or
I think Japanese people can get used to read the English
Mhm.
since they learn the grammarly stuff.
Mhm.
So I think speaking is the best problem.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, like the characters are so different.
yeah.
So, like,
characters.
I mean, how many characters are there in the Japanese? Is it called the
Japan?
Japanese
There-
alphabet?
There are 3 kinds of characters in
Mm-hmm.
Japan, and one of them are from Chinese.
Mm.
And Chinese, we brought from China, and Chinese character, it's kind of Japanese way of Chinese character. We call it kanji. And that kanji, from that Chinese character, all Japanese people made 2 kinds of another characters.
Mhm.
We called it hiragana and katakana.
Mm.
And
All characters like how many?
I don't know. Actually,
Are
the
there a
Chinese
lot?
character,
Yeah, a lot.
Oh,
a
there's
lot. There's so many. Actually,
It's like 3,000 more.
more than
What?
3,000, I guess.
How do you remember all that when you?
No,
when you
we don't remember all of that.
Yeah.
Actually,
Okay.
but we've learned little by little
Mm-hmm.
in Japanese school, and we try to use it.
So yeah.
So we remembered some of them, but
Mhm.
actually sometimes when I read Japanese article or some novels,
Mm-hmm.
I like.
You're
Yeah,
unfamiliar
I
with the
found
character.
I found some unfamiliar characters or
Really?
unfamiliar way of using.
And is that kind of like because there's words like English words that I see that I don't know, right?
Mhm. Yeah, it's.
Is
I
it
think
similar?
It's similar, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And let's say when you talk to the like elderly people,
Oh yeah.
so it's gonna be totally different
Mhm.
words and
To like
the-
to like show respect.
yeah, sentences.
Right.
Yeah.
But so if you say like,
Eh.
I mean, is there a direct translation from like the English alphabet or not at all? Like A,
Yeah. We have.
yeah. So what?
Yeah.
Like so A is just a single like a symbol.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. And does that go for every letter of the alphabet or?
I think it's based on the Rome.
Yeah, Rome.
How can I say the
ROME, Rome.
Rome language?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Roman.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
Roman.
Roman.
yeah.
And in Japanese, every single character has one specific sound,
Mm.
especially in hiragana and katakana, so Japanese-oriented characters.
Mm.
And so we just combine these sounds in one sentence or one word.
Mhm.
So
So we can make your kanji like even.
Evan,
So we can put the kanji based on the pronunciation.
yeah,
Okay. You could put the what?
The kanji is the Japanese one of
the characters
Character.
from
Oh,
Chinese.
okay. I got you.
yeah.
Oh, so just my name would be one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And did you guys learn any other like languages in school other than English?
In the college, in the freshman and sophomore year,
Mhm.
I learned Spanish. I took a Spanish class, but I hardly remember.
So,
So I only remember about like
uh-huh.
hola, qué tal, cómo estás,
Right.
something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even so, like, I never had to take it, or I kind of had to take a language, but I've only taken 2 years of a language.
Mhm.
Where like you guys like grew up taking English.
Mhm.
What is like? You said you took Spanish. Is Spanish harder than English? I mean, it's kind of hard because you grew up learning English,
Yeah.
but like,
But learning Spanish, actually, I learned Spanish for a really short term,
yeah,
so I can remember all this stuff. But I think English is much easier to understand because, like, in Spanish there are so many conjugation. Like, one verb has so many styles.
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But in English, like they have only one or two or three conjugation. Like,
Right. But the thing with English is like, you could spell hair Hair, or you could spell like Heir.
Yeah.
there's
You know,
some
like there's
differences
so many,
between-
or like bear and bear. Like there's like bear, like the animal bear, or like bear to like bare arms.
Yeah.
So
You know?
they're same pronunciation but different meaning, right?
Does that just completely mess you up? Or
Yeah, sometimes.
Are you
but-
just so if I were to say like bear in a sentence, like the right to bear arms, would you think like of a bear? Like obviously
yeah.
not
At
in
first,
that sense.
I imagine the bear is an
Right.
animal. So-
Right. So that kind of messes
yeah.
you guys up.
I think for Japanese people, the difference is between L and R
Oh,
That's
yeah.
huge.
is huge problem.
So like yellow.
Yellow, it's L,
L.
but
So you guys,
Actually-
you'd say you'd struggle with like L's, or you would struggle with R's.
yeah, in Japanese,
Like-
there is no differences between L and R sounds.
Oh.
Yeah. We think it's all the same.
Okay.
So we don't know the differences
So, give
between
me
L
an
and R
example.
most of the time.
So when I hung out with my friend for the first time, I needed the lipstick.
Oh
Lipstick.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Then I asked my friend, do you have the ripstick?
Right.
Then he thought that we
The
needed
ripstick, right.
lipstick, right? You know.
Yeah.
Then he brought the he brought the lipstick. Then I was like, what?
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like that. So L's catch you up, kind of similar to like, I know, like Mexicans trip up V and B.
Yeah, that's also same.
So it's similar to that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, the famous example is rice and lice.
Oh, okay.
So
So
so we most of the time we eat rice, right?
right, yeah.
But when I make a mistake of pronunciation, most of the time we eat lice. You know?
Right.
It's
So-
kind of different.
So in like Japan, in Japanese, it's like there's no pronunciation with the R, or how does that work?
I mean, let's say. Yeah, rice is work. We call and you say rice, right?
Yeah.
The white rice. We call rice.
rice.
Oh, so literally in Japanese, it's
Yeah, literally in
in
Japanese.
Japanese, rice.
Oh, okay. So you would literally say in Japanese if something sounded like
Sounded,
in
sounded like
in
a
English
in between
R.
of R and L.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
hmm
Wow.
So it's
I never knew that. Wow.
So when I came here,
Uh-huh.
that was the first problem for me.
Mm-hmm.
What about commas and stuff? Like commas, periods.
Oh, it's completely different.
Semicolons.
Like, but I still don't know how to use the colon and semicolon
Like a
in the sentence.
So you guys don't have like
Yeah, we don't use that
Mm.
most of the time.
so it okay. And is it left to right still? Like you read left to right?
Officially, the Japanese is up to down.
Oh.
Yeah, up to down.
Then
Like-
goes to left.
Like you read
Then
down.
Yeah.
down.
I probably sound like so stupid right now talking about this, but
But we have both ways.
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
up to down, right to left, or left to right, like English.
okay.
So
But, like-
we have two ways.
But like if you were to like sit in bed and read a book, you would
Yeah.
read it
Yeah.
vertical?
Yes.
So when we read a
Wow.
book,
Mhm.
like this is my Kindle, and like this.
Mhm. Oh, wow.
This is from top to the bottom, right? And we're gonna read right to left,
wow.
like this.
So is this one word?
Yeah.
That's one word.
Like, yeah. In Japanese, there's no space between the words,
Okay.
so it's pretty hard, I guess. But
Oh, so there's no spaces at all.
yeah, no spaces in between the words.
Only for end of the sentences.
Oh, only okay. So I was gonna say because there are spaces.
Mhm.
That's just the end of the sentence.
Yep.
Okay, so I see this symbol the most. This like little L. It looks like an L.
It looks like an L. This is one of the hiragana. We called it shi.
Is that like
So
a
it's just
popular-
one sound
Mhm.
of this kind.
Oh, and that's like a popular sound.
Yeah.
So it's like the ah. It's like the a.
Yeah,
that.
it's like that.
Like, okay, cool. Wow. And we're coming to the end of the semester, and you go back in 2-3 days, right?
Yeah, this Sunday.
So, what are you gonna do? So, like, what do you do over the summer in Japan? Like,
Actually,
I know that's a broad
yeah.
question, and like, but-
The Japanese semester is begun from April to around July.
July.
Yeah, so actually when I
August.
go back to Japan, the semester has already started.
wait, it's only April to July.
I mean,
April to July is the first semester.
Yeah.
Oh,
And the
first
second
semester.
semester is from September to around February or
the
January.
Japanese school year is not divided by semester. It's like first half, then second half.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So when you go back, are you just hopping right back into your senior year then
Yeah.
in Japan?
Actually,
So
my
you don't
senior
get a
year is
break?
already started. So yeah, I don't have any breaks.
Oh wow,
That's pretty tough. I know.
Yeah.
That is tough. I'm like drained out right now. Like finals are next week, and
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
want Japanese college to change their styles. Yeah,
Mhm.
they should adjust to American style. Actually,
you think so?
it's
well,
pretty
well,
hard.
education. Would you say education in Japan is just so much better than the U.S.'s education system?
I think till high school,
Mm-hmm.
Japanese style is better.
Mhm.
Wow. Like,
But
so do you guys? So this is how I don't know if anyone's ever walked you through, like middle school. Okay,
Mhm.
when I was in middle school, we went to school at like 7:15 or something,
oh, it's pretty hard.
and then we have like homeroom,
Mm-hmm.
which is like you just sit and don't do anything for half an hour, and then we have 4 teachers. We have a math teacher,
Mhm.
science teacher, history. Well, actually, no. So here, I'll do intermediate school, 4th and 5th grade. We only have 2 teachers. We have a teacher that teaches science and math, and then an English and history teacher.
Oh.
And we just kind of learn like the states. I don't know. How was intermediate? How was like 5th grade for you guys? What do you guys walk me through like a fifth
in
grade?
Japanese education system, we have 6 years elementary school. And
6 years of elementary school.
Yeah, and 3 years for junior high school.
Like middle school.
Yeah, like middle school. And 3 years for high school.
Wait, so what age do you start elementary? You start elementary school when you're
6.
Six?
When we are 6
so
or 7.
You don't have.
Yeah, and when we graduate the elementary school, we were around 12. Yeah.
Okay, so
from 13 to 15 is a junior high school, and 16 to 18 is high school. And from 19.
Wait, 16 to 18 is high school? So high school is only
3 years.
3 years.
So high school is only 3 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's a big difference.
It kind of is a big difference. Yeah, because we have like preschool, kindergarten, preschool for 2 years, and then kindergarten, and then we have 1st, 2nd, and 3rd is elementary, 4th and 5th is intermediate. And this is just me. I mean, this is definitely different all over the U.S. But I had 1st, 2nd, 3rd was elementary, 4th, 5th was intermediate, middle school was 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, and then high school, obviously 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. So that's already a difference.
Yeah,
but what would you learn like in your 4th year of elementary school or like
elementary school? Oh, we've learned like Japanese math.
Yeah, like
science.
Basic thing.
Yeah, basics.
Yeah.
Just like basic stuff.
But in Japanese elementary school, just one teacher teaches everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything.
So
and
in elementary school, we don't have any like a math teacher or Japanese teacher or English teacher. The one teacher who owned the class,
right?
He or she did all of the classes in the class.
Okay, and how long was like your school day? Did you guys have recess?
What's recess?
So recess, you don't know what recess is?
I don't know.
What is that?
So we had this thing called recess where we would have like half our day, eat lunch. You guys had lunch at school, right?
Yeah.
Obviously. So we would eat lunch and then like go outside and like play for like half an hour. And then
we also have that time.
But
okay.
Is it called recess?
We call it recess.
Nice.
Like
we call it lunch break. Yeah.
Okay. So you would like go outside and play like soccer.
Yeah,
for an
we
hour?
play soccer
And
so much.
after the recess, we have 2
Yeah, 2 or 3 more classes.
Okay, so yeah, how long was your day then?
Like
from
8:30 from I think around 3 or 4
Okay.
p.m.
3 or 4.
Yeah. So like 6 hours.
Yeah.
5, 6. Yeah.
It's not that different.
I think we had 8. We had like 8-hour school days, but
8 hours is kind of long. Actually,
Yeah.
for us, I think around 6, right? 6 hours.
Yeah.
well, so if you start at 8:45,
Mhm.
round it up to 9.
Oh.
10, 11,
Yeah.
12, 1, 2,
3.
3,
Yeah, around
6.
Yeah.
6 and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, but you said like in high school, so you said up until high school, Japanese school education is better. What switches in high school then?
Actually, until the junior high school, we don't need to take some entrance exam.
Oh.
But to go to high school, we need to take some entrance exam.
Oh, so you could not make it into high school?
So like in Japan, we need to study hard to go to a good high school. Everyone trying to go to a good high school because if they can go to the good high school, they have a chance to go to the good university and they have a chance to good career.
So you don't just go to the high school that's like local to you?
Yeah.
You don't go to the high school down the street?
Actually, yeah, my junior high school is like 10 minutes from my home, but my high school was 1 hour from my house. I went
And you had to
by-
like apply to get into high school, like to that high school?
Yeah, actually, the reason why I want to go there was that high school was the highest level high school in my prefecture. That means like a state. So that's why I want to go there, and I studied hard, and yeah, I took an entrance exam, and fortunately I passed, and I went there. Yeah.
And you had to do that too, Ken?
I had a soccer tryout.
Oh, yeah.
Then I passed. Then went to the.
So you went to high school for soccer?
Yeah, for soccer.
Yeah, there's some athlete,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of, so basically how it is for us, we just go to the high school that's, I mean, you could go to a different high school, right? But like buddies of mine that play football, they were kind of getting recruited by high schools, right? But generally you just go to the high school
Local
in
high
which
school.
district,
Oh, yeah.
the district that you're in. That's what high school you go to, right?
There's almost no differences between the high schools in
Oh,
the same district or
Level-wise.
levels. Yeah.
No, well, the districts, no, there are differences. I mean, there's like high schools. I went to a high school with almost 5,000 kids. And we had like rich kids, and we had kids that, you know, wore the same
Oh.
clothes every day, like had 2 shirts, right? Like I came from a very like diverse high school. But if you just drive half an hour away, there'd be a high school that is like triple the price of my high school, that only, you know, certain like you know, the certain kids went to, right?
Yeah.
So there was different, and people do look at like high schools, but we didn't like have to apply to get into, you just pay for high school. Like you could go to any high school you want if you're willing to pay, whatever kind of thing. Like for me in middle school, I didn't have to like apply to high school, right? Like I could have failed middle school and gotten into high school. So I guess that's kind of like the difference.
Yeah.
Actually, in Japan, I think this is one of the worst system in Japan, but there is a number to describe how good that how good the high school is.
So high school is like super competitive.
Yeah, kind of competitive. Actually, university is also competitive, but in Japan we called it hensachi. It is the number to describe how good that college or high school is. So like the number 50 is average, and so like the 60 or 70 means the good high school or good university.
So everyone wanna go those schools. Then they gonna take a exam to get in. So
Yeah, we took some exam, and we can see what level we are. So like we got the level of 60. I'm a better than the average, like something like that.
So you get into the better high school.
Yeah.
And how many kids like went to your guys' high schools?
I think in my high school there are around 400 people, 400 students in one year.
Right. In a graduating class?
Yeah, graduating.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So yeah, I think 40 people in my class, and there's 10 classes in my age, you know. So yeah, so in the whole school there are more than 1,000 students.
Yeah.
In there.
Well, if there's freshman, sophomore, wait, high school you said was only 3 years,
so
right?
freshman.
So
junior,
and
senior.
every graduating class was 400.
Yeah, around there.
So there was 1,200.
yeah.
I mean, if you talk to some people here that went to high school in Nebraska, they'll tell you they only graduated with like 10 people.
10?
It's
Really?
like in the small town.
Yeah, in like
Oh.
small towns
Mhm.
like Nebraska,
Mm-hmm.
like some places in Nebraska.
Yeah, Nebraska is kind of rural area, right?
Yeah, exactly. And you had about the same amount of kids, like 1,000. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like some kids here would like tell you they had like 100 kids in their whole high school.
Mm-hmm.
So it definitely varies.
Yeah.
But so you had to like take a test to get into high school, and then like for the universities in Japan, they look at like what high school you went to
Uh,
or your just grades.
yeah. I went to kind of like highest level high schools in Japan,
Mm-hmm.
and like actually my classmates are really smart, and they went to really good universities like Ivy League in US, and
Ivy League.
yeah, but actually the studying in that high school is really competitive,
Mm-hmm.
and they trying to get a good grade, and they trying to get the good scores in the exam. But actually, I couldn't do well in that like competitive environment.
So like
I had so much pressures, and
wow.
it's kind of stressful. Actually, yeah, my high school years are most stressful years in my life.
Really?
Yeah, that's why
How-
I hate
so-
Japanese education system.
It was that like hard? Like high school?
I think depends on the school,
Yeah.
but
Depends on the school, but
Uh-huh.
I mean, to get in the university is way more difficult than graduating the school.
So getting into school is harder
yeah,
than
that is
so,
also the big differences between US and Japan, because in Japan, entering the university is the most difficult thing in their college life.
So then those are one of goal of them.
Yeah. So just entering, just a goal for us. So that's kind of weird for everyone.
I mean, I feel like there's some kids that would relate to that in the US.
Mhm.
But I mean, like for people with like a hard major, then
Yeah.
But for me, college is easier than high school, which might be weird for some
Yeah,
people.
because in college we can study what we want to learn.
Yeah, exactly. Like you
That,
like
yeah,
what
that's
you-
why I really love the college, because in high school, we should study even if we hate to study.
Mhm.
So actually, I really bad at studying math, but
Yeah.
I need to take a math class like 7 hours in a week. That was kind of
In high school?
Yeah, in high school, especially in the freshman year, I had seven math classes in a week.
7 different math classes?
No, same
Like
classes,
7
but
yeah. And you played soccer in high
Mhm.
school.
Yes.
Did you like look to go to college for soccer?
Yeah, actually, I got in my college with my soccer.
Like full ride?
Yeah.
Wow.
I joined the soccer practice, and I took a like tryout,
Mhm.
and I got in. But right after I got injured with my knee, and I quit the soccer. But I could make it to get in the college.
And was that like a good soccer school or was it?
I mean, one of the best college in the soccer
Wow.
Oh, really?
college.
And I mean like soccer's huge in Japan, right?
Yeah.
Like biggest sport by far, right?
Mhm.
I think
So like does everyone play soccer? Basically?
basically, actually, I think it's true,
Yeah, I think.
because
Really?
most of the boys in Japan choose soccer or baseball.
Soccer. So baseball, would you say baseball is the second most popular sport in Japan?
Yeah, I think so too. Because I think these two professional league in Japan is the most biggest leagues in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
So Japanese baseball league and Japanese soccer league.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them are really popular, and we could go easily to watch. So I think these two are the most
Mhm.
most popular sports in Japan. But actually, I haven't played both of them Yeah, when I was elementary school students, I was swimming. I was in the swimming school, and I was practicing like 5 days in a week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was pretty hard.
Was that like through like your school, or was it just like
No, just a different
Yeah.
swimming school. It's
Yeah.
different from my elementary school.
Local.
Yeah, local school, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But I quit when I graduated elementary school, and
Mm-hmm.
when I was middle school, junior high school student, I started playing basketball.
Mm.
And but my team was not good. We couldn't win. We couldn't win the game actually.
Well, like, was basketball big?
I don't think it's a huge like in America because there's no places to play like a pickup basketball in Japan.
Oh, so there aren't just like basketball hoops
Yeah.
out.
So, but
There's more like soccer fields
But
just at the
I
park.
feel the basketball is getting bigger.
yeah, getting bigger recently because
Yeah.
there's a professional basketball league in Japan,
Mm-hmm.
and I think there's some former NBA players is there. So, yeah, the popularity is getting bigger, but still not
Like, yeah, I know
yeah.
Dwight Howard's in Taiwan, and
Mhm.
you know, Jimmer Fredette's on the
Yeah.
Shanghai Sharks, and that's all like Asian countries, right?
Mhm.
So, yeah,
Yeah, basketball is getting bigger, but not like soccer.
yeah. So, and you were like super good at soccer, right? So was that like
No, I'm not, but he is.
So you were like super good at soccer,
Mhm.
and like everyone played soccer. So what was like? Was that like cool or what? I don't.
I feel it's pretty good for the Japanese soccer,
Mhm.
but I mean the like the education for those people,
Mhm.
like the kids
Mhm.
that playing soccer was it's not enough.
Mhm.
So
Oh, okay.
in generally the 3%
Mhm.
of those kids can be the professional soccer player.
Oh.
So other 97%
Mhm. Oh, okay. Yeah.
so can't be the professional.
Right.
So they have to find a job, right?
Yeah.
But they've already spent so much time to soccer,
For
right?
soccer.
So
play soccer.
yeah. So like for like my high school, for example, the best players in the school at soccer did not play for my high school. They were like too good for my high school.
Oh.
So would that ever happen in Japan?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like someone would get moved up to like a
It's not often though.
not often. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's often
Yeah, but
in the U.S. either.
yeah,
But
it happened.
so like, who is like the best Japanese soccer player in the world right now?
Like right now, I'll say Mitoma or
Yeah.
Tomiyasu.
I agree that
And how old are they?
around
Those are around 25 or
yeah
6.
25 or 26.
So let's say they were back at like 16.
Mm-hmm.
Would they, even in Japan, be like so much better than everybody else?
It really depends on the person,
Mm-hmm.
but at least they are in good club or
Mm-hmm.
like academic of the professional soccer team.
Mm-hmm.
I was in there.
You were on that,
Yeah,
and that was like a high level,
yeah, way.
like on FIFA and stuff.
Yeah.
Wow. So you don't think anyone in like a worse team would ever make like a professional team, or
I mean,
there's a chance?
when I went to the practice for the first time, when I was 15,
Mm-hmm.
it was the academy of the Japanese soccer team,
Mm-hmm.
the professional soccer team. Then for the first time, I feel like I don't.
You might
have,
not be the best.
Yeah, I don't have chance to be a professional. Then
But like growing up, you really thought like
yeah,
it's possible
I mean,
because you were that much better than everybody, or
I got the starting member. Then I wanna be the professional soccer player for 4 year. But I mean, like the situation was kind of wild. Like the people around me it's getting better and better.
yeah.
Easily.
And that's kind of how it is like here with football, like football, American football.
Yeah.
It's like super like big, right? And my buddy that I played with in high school, we actually did a podcast with him, but he was kind of saying the same thing. He was like, in high school I was no doubt like top, right? And then he gets to college and it's like I might not be, the
I think it's super competitive and
Uh-huh.
it's hard to get to be like a professional or like even the like a college athlete, it's pretty hard to beat.
Yeah.
So
I feel like that to be a professional, the athlete, you need a luck
Yeah.
and techniques and skills and mental. But I feel like I didn't have the strong mental
The mental capacity
and luck.
and luck. I mean, you got injured, right?
I got injured and I lost so many chances to get in the team. But
Well, you played midfield, right?
Yup.
So it's not like you could go out and score like 3 goals. Like midfield, they pass, right?
yeah.
So it's kind of like the eye test with that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but yeah, it's crazy how like it's kind of like super foreign to me, right? But it's like relatable, like soccer and football, like American football to
Yeah.
your guy,
exactly. Yeah.
and then when it's like your language to my like it's like relatable,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
completely different.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that's like super different in Japan?
super different in Japan.
I mean, Japan's not like a crazy, like if you went to like somewhere in Africa, it would be so different for like us, right?
Yep.
But Japan isn't like super like alien, right? But is there any like other big differences?
Feel like
I think in Japanese sports, they always focus on the team plays. So especially in Japanese basketball, it's pretty different from I think NBA. Because in NBA, team play is also important, but the most important thing is like how they show their abilities or like how they show their toughness or their power, their technique. But in Japanese basketball, the most important thing is to communicate each other and trying to get the points with all of us. So I think this kind of team play is top priorities for them. But even if we play like some selfish play, I think we should be removed from the team, and like the coach get mad at me, and
What about like culturally though?
coach,
Like culturally, like
culture,
like in the U.S. there's so many different beliefs and religions,
yeah.
and like you were talking about, I remember we talked about Joe Rogan, and you were like, it's so stupid how people are mad at Joe Rogan for having like his opinion. Like in Japan, no one gets mad at someone else for having their own opinion. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's because I grew up with just like people I knew wouldn't like someone else because they thought something. But you in Japan, you were like, no one really does that.
I don't think so. Yeah. And I feel like in Nebraska, when I walking on the street, the people say like hello or what's up or like the greeting,
Mm-hmm.
but in especially like in Tokyo,
Mm-hmm.
it not gonna happen.
Yeah.
No one's just gonna say like,
Like,
"Yo,
yo, what's
Like,
up? No.
It's not gonna happen.
why
Like,
not?"
Like people are
People-
so busy and
Yeah, people
like,
don't interest-
hurried.
People are not interested in other guys.
Yeah,
And
they have own world.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone wearing the
Yeah,
headphone
each
or AirPods.
Yeah.
Even thinking their own
Mm-hmm.
way. And
So you wouldn't like see someone, and they wouldn't be like, "Yo."
but
like,
actually that's
Ken."
because Tokyo is like a super it's kind of like a biggest city in the
Mhm.
world.
Yeah.
But actually some rural area like my hometown or your hometown,
Hmm.
I heard
You guys are more rural.
my hometown is kind of suburb of Tokyo, and his hometown is
Was kind of rural.
kind of rural area.
Mhm.
And I heard some stories from him
Mm.
about his hometown, and when he got COVID in 2020, right?
Hmm.
And that was the first case in his hometown.
Yeah, in my hometown.
No
So
way.
he's the first example of the COVID. And
No
I think
way.
you remember like kind of the panic when the pandemic started.
Right.
So nobody know about it, right?
Mhm.
Then doctor said to me like, "Oh, you might not be good."
What?
I was like, "Oh, what?" Then
He said like you might like.
yeah, like doctors say I don't know. So for me,
Yeah.
I
When
don't
a
know.
doctor doesn't
Yeah.
know, that's like scary.
And
Yeah.
yeah, I think that what interesting thing is the reaction of your family and the people from your community.
Mm-hmm.
So I think your grandpa said to you like
I think my grandma,
grandma, yeah. What did she say to you?
like she was then please hide,
Mhm.
like about it.
Oh, like don't tell anybody.
Yeah,
don't
Keep
tell
it a
anybody.
secret.
Yeah, keep it secret because it's kind of shame of the family or like
It's crazy, right?
yeah.
Then I was like, hell no. Then I told my friend and my school and something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone cares about somebody's reaction or
Yeah, I've heard that it's more like I don't want to say like judgmental, but
yeah,
like I've heard.
judgmental.
Yeah.
I don't know because a lot of people here are judgmental too, but I heard there's a lot of like norms.
Mhm.
Like a lot of people follow the same
Mm-hmm.
norms.
Yeah.
I guess is what I'm trying to
Yeah,
say.
it is in Japan.
Yeah. And what is it like being? Were you guys like forced into were you forced into a good high school, or were your parents like, oh, don't worry about it? Like
Actually, my parents are not so strict,
okay.
and yeah, they want me to do what I want to do. So yeah, that's
And
really-
is that common?
I don't think so actually,
Mhm.
especially in the students in a good high school. I think the parents are really strict, and their priority is like to their make their children to get a good high school or good college or good jobs, and I think some of the parents are really strict. So I was really lucky, and actually, my college is not like a high level college.
Mhm.
So actually, I didn't care about this thing because, yeah, around me, my classmates went to really good university, like one of the best universities in Japan, but I went to not bad, but actually, it's kind of I don't know so level.
Was that like by
Yeah.
choice?
Yeah,
Or-
but
Yeah.
actually, I failed at the entrance exam. That's why I chose this way. But actually, I still have another option the option is study for 1 more year and trying to take an exam again and go to university.
Like,
But-
it's like gap year.
Gap year, but only for studying. Yeah. I think some of my friends, did take that gap year and trying to go to the good university. But actually, at that time, as I said before, that was pretty stressful, and I didn't have like a capacity in my heart. So actually, I don't want to do that anymore. So I chose this university, but actually, that was not a bad choice. Actually, it's a good choice because I just want to learn what I want to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I chose like a journalism major, and I could take a class that's what I want to learn. So I think for now, I can say that was the best decision in my life.
Wow.
But at that time,
You were
I'm
tweaking about it.
I'm not sure if that decision is good or not. So I'm really worried about it.
But your family
But-
was like backing
yeah,
you
my
the whole time.
family
They're like, as
was-
long as you
Yeah.
do what you want,
My family respect my choice, so
that's good.
yeah, that's pretty good. I'm really appreciate them.
What about you, Ken? Your parent, like with soccer too, were they like,
Yeah,
you
my-
better make this team? And,
Fortunately, I have good parents,
Mm.
but yeah, they supported about my soccer, like give me a ride and
Yeah.
everything.
What about like coming to the U.S.? Were they like, were they like scared to send you, or were they like?
I mean, my mom got scared so much.
Oh, really?
She didn't. Did she like not want you to go, or was she just like?
Before I came here, she was like, no, like, just stayed and graduate the Japanese school. For me, like, it's kind of annoying. And, no, you don't want to say her like that. And, like,
Yeah.
I'm paying by myself for the school stuff, so you don't want to say about it like that. Then I came here, but I mean, it's like good for me. They don't they don't care about my grade.
Oh yeah. They're not like
That's pretty
constantly
good.
checking your grades.
I've never showed my grade.
Oh, really?
to them.
Me neither. I don't think my parents have ever like looked at my grades.
Oh, really?
Then like
They just kind of ask you like,
how's going with the school?
yeah, exactly.
What do you want to do in your future? Like
Right.
that.
But they're not like, I saw you got a C on your test.
I've shown
No, right?
every single grades.
For real.
Yeah, from
What about like a test
from
grade?
elementary school? I didn't show them a test score, but I showed the
when you
grade.
get like your semester grades, you like
Yeah.
send them to them.
Yeah, I sent
Wow.
it every time.
Yeah. No, my dad would be like, we'll be in the car or something. It would just be at like a random time. It would be like, so, grades not terrible, or like you know.
My father always say like, just do what you want.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Same,
But-
dude. Yeah.
Take responsibility by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. But I like it.
No, yeah, I
Yeah.
like that.
Good father.
Yeah. Yeah, my dad's always just like, as long as you're happy with what you're doing,
Hmm.
you know, just that's all I care about, which is good.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's good.
And so we actually met in poker club.
Yeah.